What's going on, everybody? This is about to be the most insane glitch video that you've ever seen, because I'm be showing you every single currently working glitch in Fallout 76. Now, I usually don't ask too much out of you guys, but on today's video, I want to see if we can get to 1,000 likes. I know that's crazy, but I believe you guys can do it because you guys are a little wild, let's be honest. Look, guys, and in case you need more convincing to like today's video, look, I got my cat Karen right here to be up on the mic. You want to say something? These glitches that I'm about to showcase are in no particular order, so some of these you might know about, and I guarantee you there's some that you don't. So I hope you enjoy today's video. Now, you might be wondering, Bob Loud, how exactly do I get a lot of caps? Well, thankfully I've done a little bit of research and I'm about to show you how. The lovely place that's actually going to be helping us get a lot of caps is the Sunny Top Ski Lanes. This is the best place for it, and this is where this little glitch or exploit of the game really takes place. Once you spawn in, you're just going to follow my steps here, and I'm going to have it sped up so that I can actually make it on time and have a short video for y'all. But you're basically going to make it right here to this little podium right here, and then you're going to activate it, and what this is going to do is activate the quest. Now once you've actually started the quest, you will notice that the quest does pop up on your screen, and then you will hear this dialogue.
On your heels. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Now once he said go, you're basically going to follow my steps here. As you notice, I am a completely different color than this, is because I'm using the coolant canister, which I do have a guide on. By the way, I will pop the video up on screen now to show you that you'll actually be able to do this a lot faster. But you're basically going to be running through these yellow flags until you reach the very end. You have to hit in between each flag or else it won't count. And then once you actually make it to the end, you'll get 50 caps, a couple stem packs, some rataways, and some water or some other kind of food. And what makes this the best guide in Unlimited is the fact that you're actually able to go straight back to the top and activate the quest again and do it all over again. So all you gotta do is make it to the very top, and then you just gotta go back to this little speaker place and activate the quest again. What you're going to want to do is head over to the crater and then talk to this woman named Roxy. And once you get in dialogue with her, she will have you go do a quest where you hunt down some raiders or somebody and you basically kill them. Once you complete the quest, you're going to go back to talk to her, and instead of just turn it in, you're going to turn it in and hit the back button as fast as you can until you get out of it. And then you'll notice that I still have the quest at the top right of my screen, and you're just going to continually do this in a loop and continually doing it. And this is going to continue to give you more raider rep, therefore making you max, and this will only work as fast as you want it to. In this following clip, you will see me doing this glitch in action and how my bar just keeps on raising. In order to actually do this glitch, you got to make sure you haven't completed this daily quest, and if you haven't, you're in luck because you'll be able to do this glitch. Now to do this glitch, what you're going to be using is a foundation, a wall, a rad shower, and a spike trap, and you're going to need a generator to power the rad shower. You're going to set it up just like how I have shown here, and you're just going to put a foundation down, a wall, and then a spike trap, and then try to put a rad shower on top of it. Now when you go to put the rad shower on top of the spike trap, you want to make sure that it's on the higher point of the spike trap. As you see, it goes down. You want to make sure it's at the highest point and against the wall. This is the only way that you'll be able to actually do this glitch. Now the way to activate this glitch is you're going to stand against the wall and activate the spike trap until it breaks, like so, and then you will hear an audio of you just continuously getting electrified, and this is how you do this glitch. And you can walk around and other people will see that you're glitched and they'd be in awe wondering how you did this, and you'll be protected against rads. Now, how exactly do we do this glitch? The first thing that you're going to want to do this glitch is the cigarette machine right here. Once you have this item, you're going to place down 50 exactly, and the reason for 50 is because that's the max you can actually blueprint of the cigarette machine. Now that you've placed all 50 cigarette machines, you're going to go ahead and blueprint every single machine that you have and take away anything that's not supposed to be blueprinted. Now, once you've blueprinted, you're going to take out every single junk item that's used in the blueprint, steel and rubber, and you just want to have the exact amount that you're going to need to actually place this down, because anything else will actually not let it duplicate because the game actually catches on to it. So you want to make sure that you have all the items in a bag, and that might suck, but this is the only way to actually be able to get this glitch to work. Once you've got your stash figured out, you're going to go ahead and place the items, and the reason this actually duplicates and gives you unlimited rubber is because you'll notice that I have 50 cigarette machines down, and it costs 2 steel to make them and 1 rubber, and there's 50 of them, so you just multiply it. There'll be 100 steel and 50 rubber. So when it says I only need 25 rubber, that means I'm making 25 each time I actually do this, meaning that you'll get unlimited junk as long as you keep on doing this and do every step I've shown in this video. The place that you're actually going to be getting unlimited junk and actually do this glitch is the abandoned mine shaft Aline. And this is located in the gray area on the map on the bottom left. And you want to make sure that you look at this spot exactly, especially if you don't have this marked on your map. Now, once you spawn in over here, you will notice that actually the rocks are blocking the path and you can't get in this mine. Well, that's why this is a glitch video and the best junk guide, because what we're doing is going to glitch the system and make it to where we get unlimited junk. Now, when you're actually facing the mine like I am, so you're going to be going to the left side of the mine. You want to pay close attention to this because this is the closest part to that entrance, and you want to build your camp somewhat near this entrance. And if you follow my little steps here that I'm taking, you will see that my camp is actually placed right there on the rock. You will find that if you go right here, it's a little finicky, but you could place a camp right here. This is the best place for it, and you could possibly get a place closer. This place right here will make you use a jetpack, and the other place will make you use to where you just walk off the ledge when you build it. Now for the fun stuff. What you're going to want to do is actually get a foundation, and then you're going to place it somewhat near the ground, like closer towards the ground, and then you're going to go ahead and get a terminal. I don't know if there's any kinds of different terminal than the one I'm using, but I think this is the basic one, so everybody should have it. And you're going to place it down, and then what you're going to look for is a little brown mat like the one I have here. You could also use the blue one that's right above it in the list, and then you're going to get stairs, and you're just going to place them on the foundation. What you're then going to do is, in this case I had to move it because it wasn't working right. You want to place this terminal on top of the mat, just like so. And if you can't reach the map, like in this one, the mat, then you have to move the terminal and then get to the mat so that you're only picking up the mat and it will pick up the terminal with it. And then you want to place it somewhat in the middle of those stairs. That way when you get into it and you drop, you'll actually drop on the stairs, or else you're going to drop through the whole map, because what we're doing here is glitching through the map. Now, once you're somewhat set up like I have right here, then what you're going to do is you're going to grab those stairs and you're going to try and place it on the side of the foundations. Now, if you run into a trouble like I'm doing, because you want that terminal to be about halfway in the ground, not just a little bit halfway, because you want to glitch through the map. So what I'm going to have to do is actually place another foundation and move that ladder to it, because I can't lower the foundation with the ladder on it. It just won't work. And so I will lower the foundation and then get the ladder again, or the stairs, and you will see that I'm actually able to place the stairs halfway through the map. Therefore the terminal's halfway through the map, and you'll see when I get into the terminal I'll drop down to the stairs because there's no foundation behind me or no flooring. And you're going to go into your mat or your menu and go to flooring and drop down like so and place it. Just spam your place button, because that's actually how you place it. I just sit there and I spam A because I'm on Xbox, and once you do that you just go back in and you're on top of a foundation. Now that you actually made it to this step, which I hope you have, by the way, you're going to place ladders, and our goal is to actually make it as close as we can to that point that you see on my screen. because we're actually going to be jumping right there, and what that's going to do is actually phase us into the cave, or make it look like we're just walking through the front door, but you know that front door is blocked. And as you see, I'm building up as close as I can, and if you get a better spot for your camp, you'll actually get it to where you can build straight across to where you just walk in and fall in. So now what you want to do is actually get into your power armor, or if you have a jetpack on one of your armors that you have, like Secret Service or whatever, you're going to want to fly across, and you're going to want to fly and try to land at the exact spot that I do. You want to land where these railroads are, right here. You just want to fall in, and once you actually fall in, you will be inside of the cave, and this is where the glitch is, because you just glitched through. Congratulations. If this is your first glitch video, you did your first glitch on Fallout 76. And what you're going to want to make sure that you have now is actually fragment mines. And I'm sorry if you're actually doing this step by step, because I didn't mention that at first, but you're going to want fragment mines, and you're going to want to get in the same spot I show here. Sometimes it fucks around, but you're going to want to VATS onto the fragment mine without a weapon in your inventory and punch at the same time, and this is going to pull you through the barrier. Let me show this again. You're going to go to this exact place here. You're probably going to have to duck, and then you're going to want to jump up until you hit an invisible barrier where you're in a corner like this, and you're going to throw your fragment mine and VATS onto it with no gun equipped, and then punch, and this is going to send you through the barrier. It's almost like Falcon punching through that barrier, you know. This used to be patched, but now that I'm using the fragment mines, it's no longer patched, and you're just going to be able to go through this whole mine and get a lot of junk, and then all you gotta do is server hop, and then you come back and there's even more junk, meaning that you don't have to reset your item timer or whatever they do exactly with the items. You usually have to pick up 250 items to then be able to farm this again, but you don't have to with this guide here. You'll be able to just server hop and then go back through and then jump back to where you're trying to jump into the mine, and you'll be able to do it all again. The location for this glitch is the transmission station 1AT. If you're having trouble locating this is located on the far left side of the map, just underneath the Ferris wheel. You cannot miss this. Once you spawn into this location, you're going to walk up this hill, and then you'll be greeted by this little door and this little silo thing. You're just going to either put your hand on it, or you can actually photo mode glitch through here. And then you're going to go into this pipe. Once you're inside this pipe, it's going to take a little bit to load, and then you're going to pop into an elevator. Now, if you can't hit this button to open the door, then obviously you could photo mode glitch too, but I think everybody can hit this button, and then you're going to go to this door to the left. You can also photo mode glitch through here, or just swipe your hand, and the same thing with this door if it won't open for you. And then what we're actually going to be doing is killing this sentry gun dude, and you want to hit his fusion core. We'll get scrapped from actually doing this, and you'll be able to do this every single time. Now, as you see, I'm just server hopping and I'm killing him, and he's actually giving me aluminum and different types of junk that I can actually use, and then some guns that I can scrap and armor, which will get me steel, wood, and a bunch of other different materials. And you can just keep server hopping and doing this, which makes this unlimited, and it's just a really good guide. Y'all made it through the intro? Oh, I'm glad, because half of y'all probably didn't. Anyways, let's show you how to do this glitch. Now, what you're actually going to need for this glitch is these 3 maps right here. Where exactly can we find these 3 maps, you might ask? Well, you can actually find them here at the Rusty Pick. Once you spawn in at the Rusty Pick, you will notice that on the left side of the door there's an ice machine, and right beside it there's a U-Minute vending machine. This is actually where we're going to be buying these maps, and you will only need to buy these once. What you're then going to need to do is find a secure spot and drop all 3 of the maps on the ground. Then from here you're going to pick a map, and you're going to hit no, back out, and then you're going to go back on it, then hit yes, and then back out again to where the maps are still in the bag, and you're going to do that for each single map, and then you're going to collect them all at the end. The reason being is because if you pick them all up and just say yes right away, this glitch won't happen, because these maps are actually technically getting duplicated to where you can have infinite amount of them. As you can see, I've activated the quest for all the maps, and I still have the maps on me. Now obviously there's 3 maps, so you can only do 3 maps a server hop, so you just got to server hop after you do 3, and then you'll you'll be able to keep doing more. And actually, if you just server hop and then look at all of them before you actually go and find these dig sites, you'll actually be able to have over 10 on your screen to go and dig up. I do want to mention though that some of these dig sites are hard to find, but you'll eventually be able to find them. They're just a little mound of dirt that seems to be out of place, but typically where it shows you to go, you'll be able to find right underneath your feet. The first thing that you're going to want to do with this glitch is find you a good spot that you can place 2 of your camps. So you're going to want 2 free camps. That way you can place them right next to each other, because there's going to be a lag in between both camps. So what you want to do is make sure you clean up 2 of your camps. This is basically what it's going to look like after we're done. Once you have a good spot, then you want to navigate in your build menu to your flamethrower trap. Then you want to make sure that you actually have the right perk cards so you can place 2 flamethrower traps. After you've placed both traps, then you're going to connect them together, connect them to a power switch, then to a generator that is strong enough to power both flamethrower traps. Then you're going to find the basketball hoop and turn the switch on so these flamethrower traps are actually spewing flames. And then you're just going to build as many of these basketball hoops as you can, 75 to be exact, or 70, and you're just going to keep placing them, and eventually when they cannot be placed, you just rotate it, and then you can continuously place this. The reason this is crucial is because this is actually what's going to cause you to lag when you switch between your other camp, and you want to make sure both of your camp modules are right next to each other, and I'll explain more about that in a little bit. And what I mean is, after this stack has so much in it, you have to rotate it like so, and you'll have basically 4 different basketball hoops in different locations there, but they're all in the exact same location, just a little bit apart. It's weird how it works, but it works because they're stackable after they break. Then you want to make sure that you actually have 2 stacks of at least 70 basketball hoops, and then put 2 flame traps on both sides of each of those. That way they break faster, and we want to make sure that they actually break and are connected in a circuit, because that's how the lag's actually going to come into play. So you want both of these basketball hoops that you see on screen there to both have stacks of at least 70 in them. I have 75 only because I was demonstrating how to actually place them. Now that you have all that hooked up, then you're just going to go over to your power switch and you're going to go ahead and turn it on, and then it should break these basketball hoops, and if not, you might have to replace them so that they both hit it, and this makes it break a lot faster. And you want to make sure that all of these are broken. And the cool trick about it is, before these flame traps actually completely break, you can pick them back up, store them, and then place them back down, and they'll regain their health completely. So that's a little hack just so you can do this and not waste materials. Once you're about done burning both those stacks of 70, then you're going to place a wooden foundation and then a collectron on top, because we're going to want to make a blueprint of this each time that we switch camps. Think of each of these blueprints basically becoming an item in your other camp. So you want to name it something different. As you see, I got a list from 1 to 10 for my 10 different collectrons. So every time I want to make a new collectron in the other camp, I got to go back to this collectron here and make a blueprint of it and name it something different. What I was saying about both your camps need to be right next to each other, as you can see on the screen here on the map, they're super close together, and also they're right next to each other on here. This is when I actually had the lag active so that you could see both of my camp modules at the same time. Now, I can't stress this enough, pay close attention to this part. So after you have broken all of your basketball hoops, you're going to go to your camp module, and then you're going to hit repair. When you hit repair, this is actually what's going to cause the lag, so when you switch to your other camp, to give you the ability to duplicate your collectron. You also want to make sure that you're ready and pay close attention, because after you repair this, I'm going to give you a couple of extra steps that you got to do, because you have to do it super quick or else you ain't going to be able to do this right and you won't duplicate your collectron. Now remember how I said you want to make sure you make a blueprint of this every time you go and want to make an extra collectron, so you got to make a blueprint and rename it? Well, you also want to make sure that you preemptively go to this in the build menu. That way, as soon as you lag out and then go to build on the other camp, you can place it as quick as you can. Now what you want to do is repair everything, then go to the start menu, then hit down on the D-pad or wherever you can switch your camp fastest, then switch to your other camp. And then you should see your other module actually pop up at the same time and they both be active, and you want to hit build on your other camp. You don't want to hit select or else it will kick you out of the game. And then you want to kind of be looking at your other builds while you're spamming A once you see the build pop up in your menu. So once you see it pop up like it's getting ready to, then you want to spam A and it should let you place it. Now this next clip is actually me doing it in real time. That last clip was slow motion, and as you see I'm actually doing it really fast, and the key to actually getting this to work is doing it very fast. So you want to make sure that you do practice this, or else you'd be wasting a lot of time trying to duplicate this because it wouldn't work for you. And you want to make sure that you do hit the build option on the camp that you spawn in after you're trying to do this glitch. So the Collectron camp that you're placing it in, you want to make sure you hit build on that camp, because if you hit select, or like the select button that's quicker to build, you will actually be building on that last camp, and that last camp is actually loading out, not loading in, so it will kick you out of the game. When you're at that point where the Collectron's in the Collectron camp, then you want to go to your Pip-Boy and pick up that same camp and place it down again. That way it goes ahead and stores the Collectron. Now, if you followed everything in this video, you'll notice that you have stored Collectrons, and you can just place them down anywhere you want. Make sure not to place them together, or else it seems to combine those blueprints. You'll see I have a blueprint of actually 2 Collectrons added together, and I really do hope that you made it to this point and are able to actually place these down. And if you haven't, please make sure to let me know down in the comments, and I definitely will have the answer to help you out, because I've struggled so much with actually doing this, and I've actually perfected it. Now I'm able to place so many and do so many of these. The most crucial step is go to each one of your Collectrons, and whatever you want it set to, go to a different option and then set it back to that option. That way they register as a new Collectron, or else you'll only have 1 Collectron out of 10 of them collect stuff. The first thing that you're going to want to do is go to Foundation. Now Foundation's actually located more towards the bottom middle of the map in the brownish area, and it's got a big green building behind it. You can't miss it. Once you spawn in, you're just going to follow where I go in the video, and you're going to go talk to the ward. He will give you a daily quest that can sometimes be the item that we need, which is the bone saw. And so if he doesn't give you that item, or is talking about a different one, I think all you gotta do is server hop. And if you can't, then you won't be able to get this for today. You'll have to do his quest and then come back tomorrow. Once you have the bone saw, you're then going to need to go inside of your vault. Now I do want to mention that you do want to have a clear vault when doing this, because we're going to be using the scrapper here to scrap all items. Once you have cleared your vault, or your vault doesn't have anything in it, we're going to be placing a stash box and a vending machine, because we're going to be navigating to our plastic and placing it inside of our vending machine and selling it for 40,000 caps. That way nobody would want to buy it, and we will be able to not use that item because it's being sold. Once you have done all those steps, now you're actually ready. I'm going to tell you how to actually do this glitch. So as you can see, the bone saw gives you 2 plastic. Well, that's the key. The bone saw is actually a quest item, meaning that we can't actually scrap the bone saw, but it's under junk, and we could actually build items that are cost efficient with this bone saw. So if it costs 2 plastic, we could place 2 plastic and get 1 plastic back, as long as you have the contractor perk. Now what you're going to do is make sure you have no plastic in your inventory or in your stash box besides your vending machine, and navigate to an item that uses 2 plastic or 1 plastic and place it down. In this case I used a mutated fish, which actually comes from the Nuke World on tour. You just gotta do actually 1 event and you'll be able to get this item. Now all you gotta do is place as many down as you want, and you can place however many. Once you've placed them all down, you're just gonna store your scrap box in your vending machine, and then you're going to scrap all items, and this is going to scrap all that plastic to then be in your stash box, and you got to transfer those items that are actually in your stash box to your vending machine and sell it for 40,000 caps. Now in order to be able to do this glitch, we're going to need to be going to visit Berkeley Springs. If you don't know where this location is exactly, it's far right of the map towards the middle. And if you're still confused on where this is exactly, just look up the Chloe bot and it should give you the exact location. Once you do know the location, all you're going to need to do is then spawn in, and when you spawn in, you're going to follow my exact path, and you're going to talk to the bot named Chloe. Once you enter dialogue with her, sometimes she'll give you the right quest, which is to go pick up your toys that you left behind. And if you get any other quest that's not dealing with toys, then you will not be able to do this glitch. I'm about to show you that if you actually do get the wrong quest, how you could actually reset it. If she does give you the wrong quest, all you got to do is navigate to data, then to daily quest, and find where it says playtime quest, and then hit your button to reject it. You'll see it at the bottom of your screen and say reject, and you reject it, and you got to server hop twice to be able to accept another quest from her. Let's say that you did get the right quest, you will notice that you got 3 different toys in your inventory that are quest items. What's so special about these quest items is the game doesn't actually let you break these down, meaning that these items that are actually junk and have junk in them, you could use infinitely, because the game ain't going to want to break that quest down, or else you won't be able to do the quest. So you want to make sure that you actually don't turn these in, because this is how we're going to do the glitch. Now, in this guide, I actually only show you how to duplicate wood or get unlimited wood, but you can actually use any item that is using that quest item for junk. So if the junk quest item uses plastic, gears, and wood, then you could probably find something in your camp to deal with either one of those. Since I'm only doing wood right now, all you need to do is put your wood in your vending machine and sell it for 40,000 caps. That way nobody buys it. Or if you have so much wood, you need to drop it down so that the game doesn't correct its mistake. Once you have your wood dealt with, in this case, or whatever glitch you're actually trying to do or duplicate, all you need to do is place something that requires wood, aka these signs only use 1 wood, and I have 3 I could use from the quest items, and so I'm just spamming these. I am in my vault, and you want to make sure you have nothing in your vault, but you can do this up top. It will just be a lot slower process, and you won't be able to actually duplicate so many, because just on this run that I'm doing right here, I get 300 when I scrap this down, and that's 300 that I didn't use my own wood for, because the vending machine actually doesn't use any wood that you're actually putting for sale. So anything you put for sale, it won't use. Now, if you're down here in the vault, you do want to make sure that you do have a vending machine in your stash box, only because whenever you do scrap these items, they go into your stash box, and then we got to put them back in the vending machine and sell them for max caps so nobody buys the items. Before we actually scrap all of those wooden posts I just placed on the wood sides, you do want to make sure that you store your vending machine in your scrap box so you don't have to keep making more materials for that. And then you're going to go over here and scrap all. And I would have scrapped everything that I just placed down, which was a lot, by the way. And then you're just going to place down your stash box again and your vending machine. Now, if you're actually doing wood like me, you will navigate down to your wood scraps, and then you're just going to place them in your vending machine and sell them for 40,000 caps so nobody wants to buy it. Or if you can't do that because you got so much wood, you will need to just drop it on the ground in the vault. In order to duplicate these legendary modules, you're going to want to head over to the Rusty Pig, because we don't want to actually have these modules on us. We're going to want to actually be able to go get 6 modules at a time. Once you're actually inside and actually talking to the purveyor, you're just going to want to buy enough legendary modules to get you to 6 legendary modules. I don't know why 6, but 6 seems to actually be letting you duplicate them 6 to actually re-roll your gun again, and you can do this as many times obviously as you want. Once you have all the legendary modules that you need, which is 6 by the way, you're just going to follow me through here, and you're going to walk down these stairs to this weapon workbench, because this one's just going to make it faster and be a really good method. And then you're going to go to any gun that you want to roll, and you're going to roll it. Now you want to make sure that you do pay attention, because as I roll this gun, if I don't like the first legendary mods that I actually get on it, then I'm actually going to roll it again. In this case, this was actually a really good one, but I'm going to roll it again. And after you hit A on it, then you're just going to hit A again, and you'll be able to roll it again if you don't like that build. Now watch closely, you're actually duplicating, because I'm using 4 legendary modules and I have 6, and I'm actually able to re-roll it again. As you see in the video, I rolled a bloodied at first, and then I just quickly hit A again, and then I rolled an assassin's one. So this is duplicating your modules and basically making you get double script. Now, before I actually show you these methods that I use in today's video, which are great by the way, I do want to mention that you can become a member of the Bob Loud fam, and this gives you a little sticker by your name. It also lets me know that you are a member, so you do get a little more privileges. Plus, you'll see behind the scenes of my everyday life. Also, I got a Discord if you want to join the Discord and just be able to goof around with me and play some other games that I play, or possibly get into 76 with me. You can join the Discord, and I highly suggest y'all do, because I'd like to communicate with y'all better than I can in my comments. Now, what you're gonna need to be able to get unlimited steel, unlimited wood, and unlimited lead is Guns and Bullets 5 magazine. Now, I know this is a hard magazine to get, but once you get your hands on it, you will be able to get unlimited wood, unlimited steel, and unlimited lead. This is so great, and this is a really good method, so you want to make sure that you get your hands on this magazine. You will also be needing the Scrapper perk card and Super Duper, and I highly suggest that you get the Super Duper perk card maxed out, because this will just give you extra items and make you get even more junk. Once you have that all sorted out, now we can actually do the glitch. You want to go to a weapons workbench, and we're going to use level 1 weapons only, and the only weapons we're going to be using are the ones I show in the video, and we're going to be making as many as we can. Now, with that Super Duper perk active, it's going to be making more than 40, and now we're just going to basically be scrapping all this. As you've seen, I started out with 120 lead, and we're going to see how much I get after we get done scrapping all of these lead pipes. Once you get done scrapping them all, you'll see that I actually made 23 lead, and every time you make even more of these, you'll get even more lead, so eventually you can get to up to 500 to 1,000 lead each time you do this. Now on to how you get unlimited wood and unlimited steel. We're going to be using the sickle again, only level 1, because you use less materials and you'll be getting more in return, but as you see how much I start with, I will actually end with a lot more, and I can make a lot more of these, so I will get a lot more in return, making this unlimited. After you've scrapped all the sickles, you will notice I do have a lot more now than I actually started with. Now for this glitch, we're actually going to be getting unlimited bone shards, and how we're going to be doing this is at your camp, and we're going to be using this Wendigo statue right here. Before we get completely into it, you want to make sure that you put your bone shards in your vending machine so they don't get used and sell for 40,000 caps so nobody buys them. Once you have done that, all you're then going to do is you're going to place down 16 of these. Now you can place down more so that you actually do get more bone shards, but once you have about 16 of these placed down, you're going to want to blueprint every single one of these statues. Once you have them blueprinted, you will have something similar to mine, and when I use 16 of these, that means I'm going to be using 16 different junk items. So I'll be using 16 wood and 16 bones and these types of items, but as you will notice when you look at how much it costs for me to put this down, I actually only use 8 bone shards, so therefore I'm getting 8 in return when I scrap these. Now, after you scrap these, all that bones that you do make, you want to throw back in your vending machine for 40,000 caps, and then rinse and repeat. You keep doing this until you have as many bone shards as you actually want. Big shout out to Dr. Evil for actually helping me discover this new duplication glitch. Now, a lot of y'all should actually know what you actually need for this power armor dupe, but for those of you who don't, you're going to need actually some explosive bait. Now, instead of using 300 like my last power armor dupe, you're only going to need 175, and this will actually let you duplicate your power armor, and I'm about to show you the exact location where you're actually able to dupe it. Once you spawn over here at Denton Sons Construction, you're actually just going to follow what I do in the video, and you're just going to run up over here to this red barn and kill all these rag stags over here. Now you will be able to server hop, and I do highly suggest you just server hop and keep farming this location, and you will want the butcher's bounty because this will actually help you get a lot more meat when killing these rad stags. Once you've collected all the rad stag meat and have actually made 175 explosive bait, then you're going to want to go ahead and head over to Foundation. This is a green building, and you can find it more towards the center of the map. Once you spawn in over here at Foundation, you're just going to want to go ahead and make it through their front gates, and we're going to be going more towards the left side of Foundation because there's a door in a little space that we can actually throw this explosive bait in, and this is why we're able to actually dupe with 175 explosive bait. Now all you're going to want to do is have a friend who's going to stay by the explosive bait pile so that you can keep duping, and you're going to want to just throw 175 explosive bait in this little room right here that I'm showing. Eventually you will have a pile of explosive bait that looks somewhat similar to mine. Then you're going to want to go ahead and make your way to Vault 76 because we're going to want to be duping far away from the explosive bait pile. Once you are at Vault 76, you're then going to pull out your power armor just exactly like so, and you're going to place it on the ground and hop inside. Once you're inside, you're going to go ahead and leave the game, and then you're going to want to join the game back about after 30 seconds. If you did follow all of my steps exactly, then you should spawn in and see the power armor right in front of you, and you should actually have the power armor on you too, and they should be the exact same set. And if you did all of this, then you just duplicated your power armor set. Congratulations. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do to make Fallout First free is buy 1 month of Fallout First. Now stick with me because I will go over how to make it free in just a couple seconds. Now as you can see in that clip, I did purchase Fallout First, but I want to get it for free. So how exactly do we get this for free? Now the only bad thing to this method is you got to be able to buy Fallout First at least once. Now you won't be spending that money, you'll be getting it back, but you will be purchasing it, so you'll at least need at least $15 in your account so that you can purchase it and then get it back. What you're going to want to do now is load into Fallout 76 on whatever platform you bought Fallout First on and go to your private world. The reason we're doing this is because basically you got to activate your Fallout First by going into Fallout 76 after you've bought the subscription. Once you've spawned in at your private world, then you want to make sure that you do have the ability to place down a scrap box, or that you can transfer items in and out of the scrap box, because that's what you get for having Fallout First. Now, after you have made sure that you're able to get in and out of the stash box and you know that you got Fallout First, what you then want to do is navigate to your account settings and go to the place where you can see all of your subscriptions and simply cancel your subscription while you're still active inside of the game, inside of your private world. What this is then going to do is give you your money right away, and you'll be able to have Fallout First for the rest of the month. Now, I have not tried doing the $100 one where you have it for 12 months, but I imagine it works just the same. And if you want to try it out, please let me know down in the comments down below how it went, and I'd appreciate your feedback. Now this next clip is just of me showing you the proof, so I will fast forward through some bits, but I will be going through my subscription and showing you that it's canceled, and then going back into the game, into my private world in the scrap box, showing you that I still do have Fallout First for free, by the way, because I did get my money back. As you can see right here on the screen, I did receive all of my money back that I did pay for the subscription. So I got Fallout First for free. The place that we're going to be doing this glitch in is Harper's Ferry, and it's located in the middle of the map towards the right side. Once you've spawned in and at your spawn point, we're going to be moving towards the left, and we're going to be coming up to a building with a fence just like this, and this is where the glitch actually takes place. Now, once you've made it to this building, we're then going to jump over the fence, and we're going to collect coolant caps from each one of these AC units, and we're going to collect them all from this inner circle, and then we're going to go to the back end and we're going to be able to collect some. And you got to make sure that you do collect this one on the floor, and in total you will get about 16 coolant caps, which means you'll get 2 aluminum from each coolant cap. What makes this a glitch and repeatable is the fact that you can just server hop and you'll be able to collect all these coolant caps from these AC units over and over and over again until you have as much as you want, and you'll be able to scrap it and get aluminum, and each one of those coolant caps are 2 aluminum. If you do have Fallout First, then this glitch will be a lot easier for you, because all you gotta do is place your tent right beside the train tracks, and you'll be able to do this a lot quicker when you server hop. The location that we're going to be getting all this unlimited junk and unlimited 3-star legendary weapons plus some XP is Freddy Fears House of Scares. Now I did cover this before, and a lot of y'all were actually having trouble doing this glitch, and it was pretty hard. You'd have to be more intermediate with glitching. Now this one is actually more of a beginner level. It's almost the same premises, but this one I was able to get a lot faster and was able to accomplish a lot easier, and it's just an easier place for you to do it. The bad thing about the first one I show is that a lot of people were having trouble to get to the ledge, and it is kind of tricky to get to the ledge, and some people weren't even seeing the ledge there. But this one I will show you that you can just drop down to a ledge, and it's a lot better and should be a lot easier for you to do, because I was doing it consistently after I was server hopping. After you spawn in at Freddy Fears, you're just going to follow what I do here. Be careful because there is some mobs that definitely want to sit there and kill you, so we're just going to make our way straight to the basement. Once you're inside, we're going to go further down, and instead of going to this corner where that sandbags are, we're going to make our way all the way back here to the left on top of this machine with these lights right here where my cursor is. We're just going to come on top of here with our power armor on, and we're going to get out of our power armor because we can't place our power armor up here, so you want to make sure that you have it on. And how you know you're in the spot is you'll fall directly down from here. Then you're going to want to push yourself against this left wall, and basically your power armor is going to be a wedge, and it's going to wedge you through this wall, and you'll see there's a platform down below and you should be able to fall to it. The reason this is an easier method is because basically you're going to fall straight down to this, but you also should be looking a little bit on the ground so that you won't miss this spot once you glitch through the wall. One more time, you're going to push yourself against this left wall, and it's going to create a wedge between you and the power armor, and you're just going to continue to run at that wall, and you should fall down onto the platform. Now that I'm on this platform, all you gotta do is follow the steps and where I go in this video. And for you vets, I do appreciate you for sticking around, and that should have just made this spot a lot easier for you. You should already know where to go, but in case you're new and you came to this video for a really good glitch, just follow my steps in this video, and I will fast forward it a little bit, and you can slow it down on YouTube if you need to. Now, if you're new to this glitch, all we're doing is going in a straight line through this tunnel, and there are some enemies, so you do want to kill them so you don't get killed and having to redo this glitch. And you also don't want to fall down into the abyss like I did, because you will need to redo this. Once you're on top of the platform, you're just going to follow what I do here, and make sure you don't fall through these invisible barriers, aka the roofs. Make sure you walk on these little pipes or on the edge of the walls, because if you don't, you will fall through. And I do fall through here, but thankfully I was close enough to where it didn't matter. I could go straight into the room. Now you're in the place where we just gotta fight this sentry bot, and he'll be a 3-star enemy, meaning that he'll give us a legendary item every single time, and he'll give us junk and XP, and this is farmable as long as you just want to server hop. You will have to kill some robots because they will protect in this dude, but eventually he will come out from underneath the pool table, and you will just need to shoot him right in his combat unit, not just his arm or head. It won't do any damage. After you do kill him, you want to make sure that you do go away from him, because he will blow up like a nuke and it will hurt, especially if you made it this far. You do not want to die now. Now you just search him. He'll give you junk, XP, and legendary items. You can just keep on farming them as long as you want. All you gotta do is server hop and do everything I shown in the video. With this glitch, you'll be able to get unlimited steel, unlimited copper, and unlimited circuitry. In order to do this, we will need to make our way to Foundation. Foundation is located right here on the map, and it's big and green, so all you gotta do is look for the big green building on the map. Once you spawn at Foundation, you're just going to go through the front gates and head right, and you should be in the exact location as I am. Now we're going to want to talk to Ward, because he's going to give us a daily quest that's going to give us a item that's a junk item that's going to let us be able to glitch and get unlimited junk. Make sure you have the right quest, and the quest should be this one that I'm about to show right now.
Finally, someone with the guts to help. When we went to get our intrusion module, it was gone. I think it was taken by a thief. If you can get it back, we'd be very grateful. Grateful enough to pay you.
If you did not get this quest, then you're going to have to go back in your pit boy and forfeit the mission, and then server hop, and you should be able to ask him again. And if you didn't get it again, then you got to repeat it until you get this quest. The quest item should look something like this, and if you followed my guide so far, then you would have this quest item after you complete it. Of course, do not turn it in. You do not want to turn it in, or else you can't do this until tomorrow, which would really suck. The next thing that you're going to want to do is make sure you got a completely cleared out vault room that you can sit there and place a lot of items in. The reason for this is because we're going to use this thing on the wall to scrap everything that we build inside of this vault area. The reason we need this item is because it's going to be giving us junk. Now notice it's a quest item, so therefore we can't break this junk item down, but when you don't have any junk in your stash box, aka putting it inside of your vendor, then it's going to count this as a junk item, and it can't break down because it's a quest item, so you're going to be able to get unlimited junk just by using this, and I'm going to show you how. Before we start to do this glitch, we want to navigate to our steel specifically and make sure that we sell it for 40,000 caps so that nobody buys it, or if you have a buttload, just make sure you drop it on the ground so that the game doesn't use this steel but the steel on the junk quest item. If you are using this for copper or circuitry, you will just need to do the exact same thing. After you've done the thing you need to do with your vendor, then you're going to find a sign that only requires one steel, and you're just going to place as many as you can. The more you place, obviously, the more steel you'll get in return. After you've placed a lot of signs, you should have something similar to mine, and you should be getting a lot of steel because you will get one steel every time you place a sign using the quest item. After you've placed all those signs, then you want to make your way to this control panel, and you want to scrap all. This is going to scrap everything you just placed, giving you all the steel that you just used, which by the way you didn't have in your inventory, so this is all the quest item. The first thing that you're going to want so that you're able to duplicate your power armor is actually 200 plus explosive meat. The reason being is because this will lag out the server a little bit, and you don't want too much more. You don't want any more than 450, or else you'll lag out the server completely. Then you're going to want to spawn over here at Denton Suds Construction, only because this is where you'll get that ragstag meat that you're going to need to craft the explosive meat. Once you spawn in, you're just going to follow my steps here, and this will lead you to a bunch of different albino ragstags that you could kill for meat. And you want to make sure that you have the right perks on too, like the butcher's bounty, so that you can actually get double the amount of meat in these and have a chance, an 80% chance when it's maxed out, to be able to actually get 2 times the meat from all of these. And there'll be like about 7 ragstags that would actually spawn in for you to be able to kill. Now at this point, you want to make sure that you do have your power armor on you that you want to do, and we're going to go to the Reichspring station here, and you're going to follow me while I go through it. Now once you have spawned in, you're just going to follow where I go here, and we're going to go right behind that tent, because that little box room is actually going to allow these explosive meat not to blow up, which is going to lag out the server, because we're going to be filling this up to the brim till we actually can't really do too much more. So you want to make sure that you have at least 200 to 250 plus, because I do use 307 to be exact, if y'all want to make sure that you do the exact same thing as I do, but I'm assuming that you could do a little bit less. But you want to make sure that you're actually on a public server, not a private, or else you would need to do a lot more. Now once you're at this step in the video, all you're going to be doing is having your gun out and throwing these explosive meat, because you can actually throw them faster with this, and as long as they don't blow up, you're going to be able to duplicate your power armor. Once you have 200 and up explosive meat in here, you're then going to have a buddy be on the team with you, and he's just going to sit here so that way these don't actually despawn, because they will despawn once you get so far away from them. Once you have all that meat in that box and your friends over there watching it, all you're going to need to do is have a ping somewhat similar to mine, a decent way away from the box, because this is where the glitch is going to occur. And then you're just going to run over there to your marker, and this is where the glitch happens, because you're going to be in the animation to get in your power armor, and then you're going to exit the game at the exact same time. Now what I mean by this is, once you get to the marker, you're going to enter your power armor, and at this exact moment you're going to be closing the game completely, hitting quit. On Xbox you'll just go to the menu and then hit quit game, and then if you did it right, you should be able to actually run back and see your power armor. Now you actually can't pick it up right away, because the server's got to load back in that power armor, and you should spawn with your power armor on in a duplicated set on the railroad tracks. Once you see that your power armor is duplicated, in order to speed this up, all you got to do is join an event and then play the event, either win it or lose it, and then you just join back over here and you can actually pick up that power armor set. Now I've heard that you actually got to sit there and skin your power armor, but I had somebody else pick mine up for me, and so if you don't skin it, it could possibly merge, but who knows. And you're able to do this with basically every gun. Just let me know down in the comments what guns that you found this most useful for, because I'd love to know. And well guys, let's get ready to show you how it's done. How to get this done is by simply pulling the fire button and then aiming in as quickly as you can. So all you do is pull the trigger and then aim in. In some guns you got to time it a little better, but you'll be able to see once you go in and test it yourself how easy it is to actually achieve this glitch. And again, guys, all you doing right here, I got a little demonstration. You're going to pull the trigger button, and then as you pull the trigger button, then you're going to hit aim in. So you're going to fire, then aim in right away. And if you do it quick enough, you'll be able to shoot 2 shots. Now, I noticed this while editing. I did forget to mention this, but this will make any of your guns that don't have the 2-shot perk basically have the 2-shot perk. Now, you could argue it's not 2-shot, which is just right on the border. It's getting close to 2-shot, but you can have any gun that's not 2-shot and basically make it a 2-shot with this. And the 2-shot gun will be basically a quad shot gun. In this clip right here that you see behind me, you'll see the difference in fire rate between the first auto grenade launcher I'm shooting and the second auto grenade launcher I'm shooting, because on the first one I'm not doing the glitch, and then on the second one I am doing the glitch. And you'll just let me know which one you think did faster, the one with the glitch or without it, because based on these 2 clips it looks like the one with the glitch did a lot quicker. The first thing that you're actually going to need to be able to do this glitch is Guns and Bullets 5 magazine. This magazine is hard to get, but once you get it, you'll be able to scrap weapons and actually get more materials in return when you scrap those weapons. Then you're also going to want the perk card Super Duper, and I highly suggest that you get this to its highest rank, and the rank is level 3. And once you get it to level 3, any item that you actually craft that has a chance to actually dupe that item. And the last thing that you're actually going to need is the Scrapper perk card. The reason being is because this is just like the Guns and Bullets 5 magazine. Any weapon or armor that you craft or have and you scrap it down, it will actually give you more materials in return. Then you're going to want to navigate to a weapons workbench, and you're going to want to go and craft a blunt melee weapon, and we're going to be crafting the board because it uses less wood and less leather. That way we could actually sit there and duplicate the leather and wood. So you want to craft as many as you can while also having the Super Duper perk on. Then you want to navigate back to the weapons workbench, and you want to scrap all of the boards that you have made. And this might take a little bit of time, but trust me, it is worth it because you'll be getting more materials. After you have scrapped all of them weapons, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I started out with 2,783 leather and 841 wood. After I scrapped all the melee weapons, I ended up having 2,826 leather and 1,056 wood. What this means is that I actually profited and quite literally duplicated my junk. I actually made 43 leather and 215 wood with crafting only 163 items. Now obviously if you have more than me, you will be able to craft more and get a lot more in return, and I highly suggest that you do. Go ahead and pick a nuke silo that you're going to want to do this glitch in. You're going to need fragment mines to also do this glitch, and you're going to be doing exactly what I show on screen until you get it right between both them boxes. One thing I do want to note is make sure you do not have any weapon equipped. Make sure you just have your fist out. This won't work unless you have your fist out. Once you get to this position that I show, you're going to follow my exact steps, or else you're going to fall through and you'll be midway in the silo and you won't know what to do. Once you jump up and make it past the floor, you're going to go ahead and go to the terminal and hit the launch prep, and you will just need to go through all this and you'll be able to launch a nuke in under 10 minutes. One thing that you will notice is the quest won't be activated right away, and sometimes it doesn't activate. But what you're going to need to do is just sit there and wait until it tells you it's done. Then you can put your nuke key card in and the password and launch you a nuke. Now in order to do this, you will need the contractor perk because this is a camp glitch. So what you're going to need to be able to do this glitch is a mat of any kind, and then you're going to want to go over and find snow globes. It doesn't matter what snow globe it is, you're going to be getting glass and plastic from this. So what we're going to be doing is placing 48 of these on top of this mat, and I'm going to skip through the process of me placing them just so you don't get bored watching it. Now the reason we're placing 48 is because 48 is actually the max we can blueprint here. I actually think it's 50, but it glitches out sometimes. And so once you've placed them all, you're going to blueprint the mat and everything above it. And then once you get it blueprinted, you're going to name it whatever you want to. I name it 48 because I know I'm putting 48 glass and 48 plastic into this, so I know that I'm getting back more in return. And then you're just going to scrap the mat, and then you're going to scrap all the snow globe pieces. And so what you're going to want to do is drop everything out of your scrap box that you actually need for this, except the exact materials that you're going to need. And you see that I'm supposed to use 48 glass and 48 plastic, but I'm actually using less glass, but I'm using the same amount of plastic. So therefore this is meaning that I'm duplicating the glass shards. So after you place this again and then you scrap the mat, you'll scrap all the snow globes, and then you'll take the material that you made out and sit it down, and then you basically only have the 24 glass and the 48 plastic that you need, and you will then be able to duplicate this and be able to get a lot of glass. So this makes it unlimited as long as you want to do this. Now in order for us to actually be able to do this glitch, we're going to need the perk card Super Duper. The reason we're going to need this is because every time we craft one of these items, it's going to give us an extra item, or have the possibility of giving us an extra item. And I highly suggest you to have this to its max rank, which is level 3, because if you don't, you will be basically wasting materials while doing this glitch. Once you have that perk card equipped, then we're going to make our way over to this armor station, this armor workbench, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to navigate down to light armor. The reason for this is because we're going to navigate to leather left arm, or leather right arm, but for this demonstration I'm using leather left arm. Now on the arm piece of armor, you'll notice it's using 1 cloth, 1 leather, and 2 steel. Now when we scrap this, it will also give us that exact same amount, but with Super Duper active, it will randomly give you an extra one when you're crafting, so it will give you an extra one for free. Now what you're going to want to do is craft as many as you can, as many of these, but make sure they're level 1. After you've crafted all of these, how you know the Super Duper perk card is active is it will show on the top left screen, meaning that you did duplicate some of these that you were making. So if you made 200, you might have duped 48 or possibly 100. It's just a randomly chance thing. Then you go back into the armor bench and you scrap everything down. After scrapping everything down, now you will notice that you have a lot more cloth, a lot more leather, and a lot more steel. So you just duplicated all of that. Congratulations. The way the glitch works is that Super Duper, after you're crafting something, that Super Duper randomly has a chance to activate and make a double amount of what you crafted, or close to it. So if I made 1 item randomly, that Super Duper will give me 2 items in total. So you'll be able to duplicate this because you're getting items that you're not supposed to be getting, while also scrapping them down for the exact amount of materials that you needed to actually craft these items. I got 2 monster masks that I got from doing that event, and I've already done this twice now, so I can confirm that it does work. And if you watch this video all the way through, you'll be able to get some monster masks also. The first thing that you're going to want to do is server hop Watoga Station until Monster Mash event appears on the map. After a couple of server hops, you should eventually see the event Monster Mash. Once you are at the event, you're going to do the event as normal and pick up the mask from its spawn point during the first 2 rounds. And then on the 3rd round, you're going to wait. There should also be a copper statue of a lion that you can jump on top of to hide away from the ghouls. Now, once you are on the 3rd round, you're going to stand in front of the mask and pick it up and open your Pit Boy and drop it from the new tab. And then you're going to exit your Pit Boy and then pick up the mask whenever it appears. And you're going to repeat this until there's 10 seconds left of the 3rd round. Once there's 10 seconds left in the round, you want to make sure that the mask is in your inventory. And then once there's 2 seconds left in the round, you want to make sure that you do drop the mask out of your inventory. That way it registers outside of the event. After the event completes, you're going to then pick back up the monster mask and then drop it back down and keep on doing that again until he says Happy Halloween, everybody.
Have a safe and pleasant Halloween, everybody.
Then what you're going to do is pick back up the mask and make sure that a ghoul does kill you, and you need the ghoul to kill you twice while wearing the mask. That way it ensures that that mask is in your inventory. The last thing that we're going to do is, after you have died by a ghoul and that mask is on the ground, you do not want to pick it up. You want to wait until there's a loud beep in the game, meaning that the event is completely over. And then what you're going to do is pick up the item and look and make sure that it is in your inventory, and do not equip it on this server. You want to server hop, and once you server hop and then check your inventory, you should be able to equip this item. Because if you equip this item before you server hop, it's going to screw up and you won't have the item outside of the event. The place that we're going to be getting unlimited junk at is known as the abandoned mine kittery. How we're going to be doing this glitch is we're actually going to be going into the mine where you actually can't get into unless I think there's a certain event that you can do, but you're going to have something set up just like how I do it. You're going to have a terminal on top of a mat, and then pick that mat up and put it on the stairs. In this video, you're going to end up wanting it to look something similar to what I have right here. Also, pause the video and look at where I have my foundation and my terminal placed where I just showed you, so that you can have the exact same spot and be able to do it exactly how I show it in this video. Once you've built something similar to what I've got, you're going to go into the terminal and you're going to back out of it, and you should be able to land on something similar to what I have here. Just watch the video, and if you have any questions, just go back and look through it and watch exactly how I do this. We're going to be trying to go and make it to that spot that I shoot to right there. And boom, we get teleported inside, and you can't get into this regularly without doing an event, I'm pretty sure. Now that you're inside, you're going to go exactly where I show right here, and you're going to photo mode your way through these two barriers that are invisible. I made it through the first one, now I got to make it through the second one. How you know you're on the second barrier, you're going to always be looking on the left shoulder of your player. And there, we're through. You're going to collect all the veins. I've already went through and collected the veins. And here's the thing, here's how you reset your count to where your items reset in your world. So if you went and visited this place already and got all the ores, you just got to go reset your items, get 250 items from the world, and it will reset, making this unlimited. And let me show you how to also do that. And this could work anywhere. You could go out and go have a good farming location, then go and do this, and this will reset that farming location that you once had. What I mean by this is, if you go to the Charleston Fire Department and pick up the weights in their weight room and they're no longer there, they don't respawn after 24 hours. They respawn when you go out somewhere else and farm 250 items straight up off the ground or in chests. Let me show you a great place to actually get these items very quick, and this is just the best strategy, making it quick, simple, and the best unlimited junk video I think that's out there. The spot that we're going to go to is actually called Summersville, and you're going to go to this house that's straight in front of you when you spawn in at Summersville. Now that you have spawned in, the house is going to be straight in front of you. We're going to go here, collect all the burnt books and burnt textbooks. There's about 300 plus of them, going way above the 250 count that we need. And once you've collected all these, you're going to go ahead and scrap them because it's going to give you cloth. And then you're going to jump servers and continue doing this step by step. And if you have to, watch this video again. Now you're done. The grind is just up to you. You get so much a run going into that mine that when you do it one time, you actually profit right away. All you gotta do is keep server hopping and doing this. Go to the mine, clear it out, then come up here and reset your item count, and just keep on going. Thank y'all, and this is Bob Loud out. If you made it this far into the video, you might as well watch some more content, and thank you to all our supporters.